The 3 C's, the poison of man. While Pastor led us in the closing prayers and began to speak about our next phase as a church group, following the past 7 years, I saw a vision of a plot of land. There were black helicopters flying in and landing on it one after the other. I saw that different ones of us had our own helicopters and personal pilots. I heard 375 took off, 235 are landing. The word continued. Count the cost in this new phase. It is not a season to follow the crowd. Are you convinced? Do you believe? Do you trust me? I inquired further as to why the 140 helicopters were lost. Then, I saw a vision of the helicopters prior to their landing, and I heard the 3 C's, the poison of man. Companions. I saw a group of people who were on a path and were paying close attention to the guide assigned to them. They were disciples. Suddenly, a group of small children who looked like small ogres came from nowhere and began whispering to one of the persons who was following the guide. The ogres whispered, "This path is boring. Come with us, and we will be your new friends. We will love you more." Their whispers sounded like the voice of Sméagol in Lord of the Rings. Rather than dismissing them, the disciple held their hands and began to take them, the ogres, on the journey with him. It seemed like he was trying to convince them and help them turn a new leaf. The guide warned him to let them go, but he did not listen. Eventually, the ogres slowly took this follower off the path and into the bush. The next time this disciple was seen, he looked like a caveman who had not eaten in days. I saw the helicopter belonging to this follower, and it crashed shortly after takeoff because of bad company. Carelessness. I saw this happen in some people's helicopters. They were being taught how to fly by their guide, but instead of paying close attention to him, they were distracted and careless about the teachings and lessons. They were eventually given the responsibility of flying themselves for a short while. This was the purpose of the class in the first place. Once they were left alone, they crashed. I wondered how this applied in reality. Then I saw that this is what happens to people when they leave the physical gathering of believers or travel away. When you don't take your classes seriously during the times you have people actively trying to hold your hand and teach you, you will forget what you had been taught and begin to fumble when you are left alone. This is not because you intentionally plan to, but because of carelessness. Confusion. I saw that confusion caused people to have crashes and rocky flights. This was because they ate from different places, and they ate both the fish and bones. I saw a vision of a young girl being taught in a class, and the teacher taught her the different colors of the rainbow. She paid attention carefully. Then, I saw this same girl leave her school compound and go to another school. There, they taught her similar things, but misplaced and misspelt some of the words she had learnt in her other school. I heard, "Hunger is good and delightful, but do not despise those who are put over you. Honor and respect them. Every soldier's barracks placement is for a reason." After I had seen the things that caused the crash landing of some people, I saw the people who landed both rockily and smoothly. I saw different people come down from their helicopters, and they were directed to their individual cars. Some people were alone, in pairs or in groups. The cars drove them to different locations to accomplish different assignments. I was to pray further into this to get clarity. I heard, "Phase 2 begins." The 2nd of April, 2023, Sister B.A. Copyright Gamwatch.